It's all passive.
You're literally chasing people into Narnia, man. Like that's no point in that. Make sure you like don't like. Yes, this is good. I'm very glad you like punished people, but this is like the line, man. Don't go past this. If you go past this, you can't see your team. Okay. Now let's go back and let's flip this around. Okay. Now, let's say you are the enemy team. Okay, and you're in this position. This is a McCree. This is not a thing. How the hell do you deal with this? Let's see if you guys can figure it out. How you're so you guys understand you're at a disadvantage, right? You guys are blue. You're at a disadvantage. The enemy team has their backline set up. They have a Zen. You don't have your Zen. You're technically down a person. You don't have Discord. How do you deal with the situation?
Hopefully their brig falls down.
Okay. Oh, hope and pray that brig falls down and you can kill the non-mobile target. Okay. What else?
You could do the example that we had for ourselves, where we could have people flanking on the right side. Like Kree's kind of already set up. We could send Ball to flank on the right side, and then someone else flanks on like the mini stairs, like to the left of the.
You mean like this? Like
Yeah,
this?
Like,
No.
yeah.
And then like Ball like something there and like try and do like a pinch play. Okay.
Yeah, you can try to do that.
I like that a lot. I think it's actually really creative. I was not thinking of that, but I like that a lot. Like a lot. Okay. What else? But now, what's a problem if you do this? There's one problem where you need to make sure we're thinking of.
Cart push?
Yes, they're forcing cart. So who needs to mark cart if they're forcing cart? How do we deal with that?
Eva, maybe?
Okay.
But I can like force card and just go back up if I'm getting forced there or something.
Yeah. So Diva can touch cart. Who else can touch cart?
Like the brig code, since we don't have a Zen up right now.
No, don't want brig. Brig's non-mobile, right? You're just gonna die.
I just want to drop from high.
Our own choice, we could
Yeah.
put a mirror.
And then you wanna know what you guys do? You guys do the ping pong. You guys know what the ping pong is? Yeah, do you guys know what that means? Like Diva drops, DMs, like or plays on card as long as can, DMs a little bit, then flies up. Tracer drops, plays card for a bit, gets a shit ton of packs, just chilling, trying to stay alive. Then, maybe blinks out, then Diva drops, and you just go ping pong. Does that make sense?
Like stalling to 99.
Yeah, you just stall.
Yeah.
Right? And the only difference I'd add here, I love this pinch play. I'm like actually super impressed you thought of it. Add brig here, you two rotate together, ball go, pinch these guys on high ground. Because if you kill these guys on high ground, what happens? Then their enemy team is just fucked. Forget like the Tracer or Diva, they're just screwed. Right? Make sense?
Yeah,
So
also,
what,
I have a question. So, like, if I'm forcing card and I see the pinch happening, do you think I can like go up and?
yeah. I mean, just ask yourself the question of like, how much time do you have before this thing, right? You know what I mean? Like if you're on card and you're like forcing it, but like you drop, you have jets, right? Then you can jet up and you can also like help too. That's definitely good. I don't think there's any like ball goes in, slams, and you're like, oh, I want to get up with that slam, get some rockets in, so you just fly up rockets, like it's fine. Even if you demech and you get a kill off that, it's worth it. Your demech's worth it.
Okay.
Decent trade. So think about basically, I'm gonna clear this. When you're at disadvantages, I'm gonna fight. What'd you order? Oh, okay. Sorry, I heard, guys. Sorry. No one has never rang the doorbell before in my apartment, and like Raven and I live in. Someone rang the apartment for the first time ever. I was like, "What is that? Like, who is that?" Yeah, legit, man. I was like, what? I was honestly, my heart jumped. I was just like, wait. Yeah. Yeah, I was scared. Okay, but yeah, so disadvantages, right? So you can stall the fight. Stall fight, right? With like sort of like the point ping pong type of thing. And then understand that normally you have ball, you have tracer, you have diva. But now what's the problem with this? Why do we not always want ball ping ponging?
Cooldowns.
Maybe. Leo, thoughts? Why do you not want to be on cart ping ponging?
Me big target, and
Yeah,
I don't
big
have a lot
target.
of good self appeal, so
Huh?
I can get forced out really easily, and then I have to take a pilgrimage to go get health back, so I can come back. So my positioning and cycling kind of gets screwed over.
If you weren't on cart, what could you be doing?
Follow.
Positioning better for a hit and scouting.
I need sleep.
Getting a hit, right? Just like how you talked about it here. Just how you talked about it here, right? You could get a hit, and like if you just think about it logically, yes, you can stall point, but if we don't clear people off high ground, are we ever going to win? The answer is no. So that hit value matters a lot. Okay, so yes, ball can do it, but prioritize Diva Tracer. Okay, so just go for the stall fight. That's one example. I really don't like this color. I'm gonna do a different color. Let's do this. So advantage. We do one example is like a stall fight, and then we hope to get value out of sort of like our ball plus maybe like a pinch, or like you can also play for ultimates, right? Play for alt value. You can also play for trades. All of these make sense. And what I'd also say is trades can be part of a stall fight, but trades could also just be part of a general thing. You don't have a stall fight, so you could just go for a trade instantly, right? Makes sense to everyone? Quite cool. Also, let me put another thing in disadvantages. You need to understand the time you have, like time allotted. Because if you have a lot of time, right? In all honesty, you can say fuck the point. Let's just rotate. Let's just rotate, or like let's just live. If like you guys get what I'm saying, you can say like let's just reset. So I'll give you an example of this. Okay. I'm gonna clear this. Can I clear this?
Yeah.
So let's just say you're fighting and your cart's over here. Cart's like over here, and like you're down like 1 or 2 people already. The fight hasn't even started really, but like they have a widow, and the widow is just like god tier. Okay, or like Hanzo's god tier. You just pop and, like actually let's not use widow. Hanzo as a bad example. Well, let's use Zen. Zen's god tier, 5 orbs, 2 people, and your guys are just like fuck man. What do we do? If we go in and we're down 2 people, we're probably just gonna lose, right? So what do? Enemy team is like on low ground here. Maybe like softening high grounds. What do? You're down 2. Cart's all the way over here.
Is it like do we still want to take the fight here, or is it just set up for next?
Say that again one more time. Sorry, I think you're very close to what I was thinking.
Is it like, are you asking us to still try to find a way to win the fight here, or is it just to try and set up for the next fight?
You can choose whatever you want. Just know that you're at a disadvantage, and understand the cart's here. So
Down 1 to 2, I'd prefer to set up for next fight, try and live and get out of there.
yeah, 100%, right? Like say screw this fight. Like this, I'm not gonna go in and try and get trades when we're down 1 to 2. Like one maybe you can get trades because you have high ground. 2, like and then guess what happens if you go in with 2 and you go for trades and you lose? What's the problem?
They can position.
You can't set up, right? They have point control now. Now you have to retake, and a retaking is, as you guys just know in general, is ass, right? That's gonna be hard as hell. So instead of this, you do exactly what you said. You set up for the next fight. But what you guys need to understand is when you set up, you need to set up optimally. What do I mean by optimally? Where should you set up? If you have time now, you can let them push cart as long as you want. Tracer can always stall cart too. How should you set up?
Is it like make sure they can't spawn camp, or?
No, I'm talking like legitimate, like every person's positioning. Where should you set up? Tuna, where should you play? And you're a tracer. Oh wait, but Tuna, where should the backline play? Cart's over here. You're gonna back up now. Cart will obviously move forward. Where should backline play? Set up.
Where should our backline set up?
Yep. Well, Tracer, I think you should know this.
They be like under the high ground?
Okay. Which high ground?
The yellow circle area.
Here?
I might be misunderstanding.
Oh,
question,
so we're on defense, right?
Okay.
The enemy team is like, dude, I'm like really making it hard with colors. I think. Enemy team is here, green, okay, and they just killed 1 or 2 of us. we were on this high ground right over here. We were somewhere up here. Okay. Now we need to. Now we need to kite, or we decided we want to kite. So where do we go set up?
Like more to the left, like where the blue team's brig is at.
Okay, so you want to play over. You want to play over here. You want your back. You want your backline playing here.
Yeah.
Okay. Backline. What do you think?
And where you got pinch.
We can get pinched there, right?
Yeah, I'd say the back high ground.
I'd
Yeah.
say that we're vines, yeah.
Mhm.
Want to play here. Because if you play over here now, you have that length, you've got distance, your Zen can farm, your McCree can farm, everyone's good. You can get Harmony Orb, it's just straight up better. Does that make sense? Tuna?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the type of logic that as a Tracer player, you should start understanding where your backline's playing, so then when you're trying to think about resources, you should already know where they're playing. You should be able to turn around and be like, oh, okay, I know my Brig's there. Or I'm going to quickly blink to this right side because I know my Brig's going to be able to see me. Because you just know where backline plays.
Yeah, it just seemed like a bit far away.
But it doesn't matter, right? Like you
Yeah,
far away
yeah.
for what? Far away for Zen? Zen has range. McCree's drop off between here and here is like okay. If it's like only shooting over here, yeah, sure, it's a bit rough, but like it doesn't matter because the fight zone's gonna be right over here. You're aiming for a kill box now over here, right?
Yeah.
You're giving up all of this space. You're saying, you know what? Fuck that space. I want to go for this kill box over here because it's straight up better. Okay. Cool. Okay, so we talked about advantages and not feeding, right? We talked about disadvantages. You guys still win this fight. Okay. Now you guys go to the legendary third point.
The third point throw. Let's go.
Third point anchor smile.
Was it this map or I think yeah, it was.
Yeah,
during our
it was this one.
It was during our
So
defense though, where we were like
Yeah. Anchoring. Smile.
angry.
so what are we thinking right over here? Leo, we've been talking about a concept quite a lot. What concept do you think you can apply to this situation?
Me, Stoppo, Poco from Cardo.
Yeah?
Me go set up.
Yeah, you
pinch
can go yeah, pinch? Yeah? How can you pinch her?
Um, I could try to rotate from under so they don't see me and go all the way around through the stairs, or go through the mega if I really want to like take like the long route to not get found, or yeah.
It's these two, right? These are like your sort of
Yeah.
basic ways, right? You can either
Yeah.
hit slam them, or you can come behind, boop them into our team, and we can pinch, right?
Yeah,
And
It's a lot
both
harder
those are
than
good.
that
But
on that side though.
this is rough because you'll
weird.
probably just get brig bashed.
Yeah.
But you could probably do this, right? Again, right idea. That's the right thinking. But you on cart, like look, you see what happened to you? You already have no armor.
Yeah.
And then you go up to the slam, you're forced to E, right? And you slam, you mine, you're forced out of the fight. I think you live.
I live on a win.
And then they
but
rally?
I should have died.
They rally. Is their rally good? Anyone? Is their rally good?
No, we could just kite it.
You can just get
Yeah,
it.
no.
Yeah. Essentially, what do we trade for their rally?
Base.
My HP.
Space. Leo's HP. That's
Maybe
good.
my
What?
HP will
My.
make it there.
There's
Yeah.
one thing we used. What ult did we use?
Mines.
We
Mines.
traded mines for rally. You guys think that's a good trade?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a really good trade,
for
right?
sure.
So all we have to do now is live. But guess who's not gonna live?
Oh, man,
Mr.
he
Wright.
used a lot.
Mr. Wright decided to demech here. Mr. Wright, should you demech
See
here?
how I was feeding? No,
Bonk.
it's my turn to feed. What was it doing? Oh, I was just doing nothing.
You literally walk in front when you're half HP, no armor, into a rallying brig and tracer ball, and you just
I
get
did
chunked.
NPC block.
Yeah, all you need to do is stand over here, just chill. Again, just live for a second. Because guess what? You have trance. You've got McCree all. You have so many options here.
And
And
the
you
same
deal
thing I
off.
did on our first attack.
Yup. Same mistake. And look, sometimes if you chill, the enemy ball will just feed for you guys. Right? Sometimes if you just chill, you relax for a second, stabilize, enemy team will literally give you a present. They'll be like, you know what? Here you go. Because again, to be honest, right? Like this is not a bad play by Merge. I know Merge. He thought, okay, I'm gonna slam here. We're gonna diva bomb. It's not a bad play per se, right? And the pulse also engaged. So there was a hit, and you guys end up living, quote unquote, here. But I'm saying that like sometimes they'll make a mistake, and they think their plan might be good, but you guys just live. And now the tracer gets value. Molten core happens.
I also have a question, like, for
Mhm.
this point. Like,
Mhm.
the first time we were attacking when the ball and tracer run card,
Mhm.
and the backline was rotating, would it be better if I was on card and have the tracer ball set up for a pinch, or is it just
Yeah,
better if I
you could do
escort
that.
rotate?
You could do that. The problem I have with you on cart here, though, yeah, I think you play cart here. My problem is like you're gonna get discorded and like really heavily distinct really early on. My biggest thing is like, what's the fight zone here? How far do you realistically think you're gonna be able to push cart?
Like, a bit further than where the card is right now, but
I
that's it.
honestly think this is where you're gonna struggle. If you somehow manage to get card over here, then yes, you'll be able to push card a little bit more, and guess what? You're gonna struggle right over here. So to me, it's like if you can get it here, that's insane. Why? Because that's one fight territory. You win the fight, you probably cap. Get it over here, guess what? You have two fights. So the way I look at it is like it'd be nice if you can get it over here, but to be honest and practical, you're probably not gonna get it over there. It's just not going to happen. The enemy team is just going to rain damage on you. So again, here, just chill. And I think maybe this is something for like DPS, you know, for Tracer, Ball, and Diva to understand is really understand how far can you logically actually push the cart? Like legitimately, like are you gonna can you push it all the way? Right? Answer here is like probably not. Like how many we always want to try and get in one fight situation. We push the cart and we win the fight. We cap, right? That's the best situation. But can you feasibly do that all the time? As long as you get it like as much as you can, right? At least two fights. You get in a three-fight situation, then you're probably gonna hear words from me, right? If you're over here, you stop the cart, you leave cart here, and then you all go fight, and the cart pushes you over here, and you have another fight, and maybe another fight here. Then I'll be a little annoyed. I'll be like, dude, come on, man. How do we have three fights on third? That should never happen, right? So, but don't. Sometimes you're just gonna have two fights, and it is what it is.
Okay.
So. And one thing I will say, by the way, and it's a little, you just think about it too. Once you're up in a mid fight, right? If you start forcing point, that can really change the 2-1, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? If you're
Yeah.
like in here, right, and you're up, like let's say you're up and you hit, right, and you're up 2, and then you're as a diva, you're stabilizing. You want to stabilize card or tracer, you're stabilizing card, and you're pushing that card just a tiny little bit, right? And then after 10 seconds, 15 seconds, you win. The card's over here now. Guess what? That's one fight territory. You might be able to cap or get really close to capping. And again, the other thing I'll point out, by the way, whenever you have a cart over here and you're set up, that's insanely annoying for the enemy team. Right? Because the enemy team has to contest point while also dealing with you. And you guys know how to deal with this now, right? If you have to recontest here and the enemy team's on high ground, and how do you deal with this? If you're yellow, what do you do? You're yellow. You have to recontest. Enemy team, the black payload carts here. They're pink on point. Maybe there's a tracer here. What's a very basic strategy? We talked about it a little bit earlier. This block. What's the time, by the way?
The
Oh, okay.
ping pong.
Yes, the ping pong, right? And then people try and go forward. Alright, sorry. I'm just saying the other team that I have a session. I have another fodder review after this. But yeah, you can just ping pong, right? And then you can have some people hit high grounds, right? Cool. Awesome sauce. But yeah, Leo, I'd work on that flight stuff, okay? The flying stuff. Just like be a little more careful when you're low HP. Also, as McCree here, you shouldn't have walked up. Not sure what you did here, Boba. You should have just played back and poked, man.
Yeah.
You legitimately fed.
I wasn't sure if I needed to touch or like.
Round 1 complete. Score.
No more ball feeding.
Okay, I have 15 minutes, so I'm just gonna quickly speed really fast through attack, okay?
Oh no.
Yeah, I actually want to see our first point because you kind of threw it somehow.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
I fucking hit in like the stupidest spot, and Tracer chased me, and then discorded me.
Ready for battle.
Unlucky.
No, not unlucky. I was stupid.
Ready for battle. 5, 4. 4.
This is this was an example of a greedy engage. We talked about it, right? Just you're not really doing anything for the
You
team.
talked about it in the VOD.
Yeah. That was quite good peeling. Your ass should have technically died there. And you see the ball there. Brig marks, your ball's back. They're over here. Mark ball again. Ball dies. Alright. What's the problem here? There's a very, very clear problem here, actually. What do you guys think the problem is here? Anybody?
So I swung out too early.
Sure. Swung out too early. Anyone else
I
want to guess
want
what
to
the problem?
say we're. Are we like late on the rotate? It feels like we kind of have to like rotate awkwardly.
Definitely
to,
late. Again, so
yeah.
you're at a disadvantage here, right? This is a positional disadvantage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What can you do when you're at a positioning disadvantage?
And rotate out.
Rotate.
Where can you rotate to? See if you can figure it out.
And we could try and group on.
Go back up high ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go back up high ground, shoot. Maybe flip the map, right? Have Tracer stall point with packs, then maybe later come back down. Yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Guys, cool. And your ball shouldn't have died here. I'm not sure how your
Just,
ball died.
where'd I even die?
Uh,
Oh, I see. Mega right side. Yeah.
your Tracer just sort of matched you. Also, again, I don't know why you're going there. Where should you be going?
So the loving hands of my team.
Yeah, that rotation down here.
Yep.
Not mega.
I'm telling you, every time I died, I thought about it.
So hopefully you're noticing this general
Yeah.
thing where it's I need to stop rotating I need to stop cycling mid-fight to places that are
Yeah.
out of my team's LOS or megas that are
Yeah.
out of my team's LOS.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a learning process, right? Like
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have been punished for this in like another SR. And again, the problem here too is like, do we need to fight this instant right now?
No.
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 Not particularly. No.
No, we can let them push cart, right? We can rotate high ground. Tracer can chill for a second, get high ground. Then guess what happens, okay? I'm telling you right now. If you guys go high ground here, okay? Who do you think on their team pushes cart?
Diva.
Eva maybe.
Do you think it's just Diva?
There's Porsche
They're
probably.
I
Probably
guarantee you their entire team goes on cart and makes that mistake. Why is that a mistake?
Can we like pinch them
There's
if we
not
just
great
wait?
cover.
Or great
Yeah,
wait?
they have no cover, right? Like, do you need that many people on cart? No. Can you pinch them? Absolutely. Right?
Mhm.
So the correct decision for them to do is Diva on cart, like someone said, and keep your backline over here and sort of just chill, push cart. Eventually, then we have to deal with Diva, right? We force Diva out, Tracer go cart, and keep doing that. And technically, it'll be the question of who has better like value on backline, right? But yeah, okay.
So would the right play here would have been like just rotate at high ground. wait
Rotate
for,
high
like,
ground,
rotation
chill
ball
for a
to come back.
second or two, get your CDs back. Ball shouldn't die. Tracer shouldn't die. Tracer just live for a second, go high ground. Let them all rotate to cart because you can see where their Zen is. You go high ground here, I guarantee you'll get some value. And then what you can do, Boba, is you can always come over here and like peek for a second, look for like a flank dynamite, flank shot, and then just like always come back here, right? Make sense, Boba?
Yeah.
See, look who's on cart. It's a brig. And they push into you guys, and like you guys almost turn it. Your Zen gets two. Because it's so advantageous for your Zen. Obviously this high ground's a little weird for your Zen, but like not terrible. You try and turn this, but this is when they have a bunch of peel ultimates, I think. No. So you trance, right? They trance. You don't alt stack here, it looks like. So you use Bob for their trance after. You look for pulse bomb. You rally after, because that's done. You get Diva mech. They get your Zen. How do they kill your Zen?
I think I got like the Diva to win it.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, this is being really fucking nitty gritty, but if you kite it over here, maybe you live. And it was rallies early. Again, super nitty gritty. There's no way you honestly probably know that, to be honest. But I would also say what you should know though is this kiting's a lot better because you kite in a smaller corner, right? Like what I'm trying to get at is the distance is really small. So you come over here, you have a corner immediately. Whereas you kite over here, guess what? You're in an open space the entire time. That's important for you to understand. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Like here you can like you know play this corner, try and look for a 5 orb and try and do something. That's a much better kiting area. When you're under pressure. Correction. When you're under pressure. This is a better kiting area if you want to continuously get value, right? Because here you can like keep shooting in open space. Yeah, this one they had too many peel ults, right? They had mines and like Coom. No way in hell you win. You can deal with that. Like there's just no way. That's too much. Okay. Ball goes too early, forced out. Not good. They're on high ground. You kill their Torb turret. Gosh is playing over there. Their backline's there. A Diva bomb. The Pat shielding. Okay. Your ball wants to hit their backline. They're hitting your backline. Your backline lives. Your ball kills their Zen. Leo, you played well here. Live.
Yay.
Now, again, so you're in like a decent spot, but it's still semi-awkward, right? Because they're like under you too, right? But you're up. What could you do here? What do you do right now?
Ping.
Could probably like position better during this time.
Alright, let's go back and see.
Like rotate to the
Unless I
other.
look at the trade.
You're up Zen. Down Tracer. You're up 1. All's out. Low HP. What do you think you should do right now? Figure it out.
Does it look for?
Not a trick question. Anything is fine. We haven't talked about
Keep
this
poking
before.
them out. Since
Could
their
drop
ball's
on.
back.
What? See, someone said keep poking them out. What's the other person say?
I say we could drop on Torb.
Yeah, fucking yeah, kill him, man. Brawl. You're up. I think 1, right? Technically 2, maybe. But like, you can kill him. Ball's forced out, low HP. That ball can't do anything. He's not gonna try and brawl you. And you have hella alts. If they try and use an alt, you can just use trance. You see what I'm saying? And then right after you win this fight, guess what? You can go over here. Reset up over there. Because it will be awkward playing in this position. Eventually you do want to brawl. But the problem now, what happens if I remember correctly, I think I call you to brawl. But now you wait for quite a while. And this is what I was telling you, you can trance brawl. But now you trance. Excuse me. Man, excuse me. But yeah, so now you trance brawl engage. Your Ash dies to a Torb turret. And this is sort of my bad. I sort of fed here.
Yes, yeah.
You thank you. What you should have done here is actually should have Bob engaged first, right? You should have played slow, right?
I was
'Cause-
gonna do it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was.
I definitely threw this. Trance engage is not the move here, right? Trance is great, like if you have no other option, because again, Zen gets value out of damage in Discord, but if you're trancing, you can't do that. So definitely should have bobbed here first, right? Bob here may look for pulse, then trance engage. But that's on me. That's my bad. Pulse that, right? And you go forward. They mines. Your tracer dies to mines. Tuna seems to really like mines. Their tracer 1 clips, and your Brig died, and you just sort of lost. They just beat you in the brawl, right? And again, that's on me, because it's honestly the reason why they won is because they had Discord. Look at all the kills. The Zen's just getting insane value, right? So that's the biggest thing I'll mention there. That's on me. But understand that when you're up, sometimes you guys can still brawl. You don't need to play slow. Still be aggressive. That's pretty good peel. Nice. Like for example, here you're quite up. They trance. You can just poke. Diva bomb stacking, bad ultimate. But it sort of worked out here though, to be fair, because I think Diva bomb to kill Brig Shield is a really interesting concept. Because you break Brig Shield, then you Discord, and Brig just sort of just explodes. But I don't know if you ever thought about that, right? I was like, when I was watching you Diva bomb, what?
No, I never thought about that.
No, especially in open space. Almost all your Diva bombs, by the way, that's what was That's what was happening. English. That's how like I thought of the concept because kept seeing you diva bomb and I kept seeing the like Brig being in open space and you kept breaking Brig shield and then Brig just literally exploded. How did you lose this fight? You fed somewhere. Oh
Okay, so
yes,
that's
yes. I talked about this in the VOD. Don't stay here forever. Why is this not a good spot to stay forever?
the coom.
Well, not
Wait,
the
just
coop.
focus
We're
out.
open.
It's the
Boop,
same
open, like no corner, right? Like you'd much rather
Second,
just
just
be up here.
harmless.
Yeah, like you just play over here. Like it's fine to play here for like a little bit, right? And try and get value. And like if you're getting value and they're all backing up and kiting, sure, yeah, farm, man. But like if it's turning an ebb and flow, man, like you got to be really careful because you can get booped, you can get dove. Like literally a Torb will just pop out here for a second. They have a corner, you don't. One doink, you're dead. So just be careful. I remember talking about that in the VOD. And then yeah, you sort of lose this because you basically give up high ground. Okay, we'll call it here because I want to summarize. Okay, summarization time. We talked about a lot. Well, not too much. I think we talked like 2 or 3 big topics. I don't honestly remember all of them, but I'm gonna try. Well, actually, I'll see. Do you guys remember the topics we all talked about? I'll write one down. Pinching, yeah, that's a big one. Okay, what else?
Disadvantage, but positioning wise.
Yeah, so like when we have a disadvantage, like sort of, you know, what to do, or what can you do? What are some options? What can
Rotate,
you can rotate? Yeah,
play for ults,
you can play for ultimates. Yeah, what else?
force point.
You can ping pong. Yeah. S- Okay, I think that's pretty good. Also make sure you understand the time how you have.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you
the
have a
time,
lot,
yep.
then maybe you can go like you can maybe like kite. Go next. Right. Sometimes maybe you can trade. Okay. Now, when you have an advantage, what are some things you do when you have an advantage?
Brawl.
Potentially look to brawl.
You can brawl. Yeah, just like literally take a brawl advantage. What else? What's a big one we talked about at the start of the block? Really important. When you're up 1 or 2, what should you?
Live.
Yes,
Live.
live,
Yeah.
guys, live.
And
Okay.
that guys, he means me.
Well, no, not just you. Right was also derecking quite a bit. And then we have Tracer going into mines. So, but that's a little unlucky.
He's clearing mine.
But yeah, so brawl, live. You can force point, right? You can force point, and try and like force that brawl. Those are the big ones. Also, you can maybe take. I didn't talk about it, but you can like if they're not doing anything, if enemy is like if enemy is hiding, right? Actually, wait, I'm gonna redo this. Crap. No, shit. Oh wait, I was close. All right, 1 second.
Saved.
So scary, man.
Save.
Change logic here a little bit. If enemy is like hiding, you guys don't want to be hiding, like they're not trying to do anything, they're just trying to live, right? You can obviously force point, which will inherently force the brawl. But what you can also do is you can rotate to like a better position, which will give you like even more value. Okay, make sense?
Yep.
Okay, that's sort of a very basic summary of what we talked about today. Oh, we also talked about like point, like sort of who's on it. A little bit. Okay. That should be a really good. I think this is a really good thing to talk about for ball comp, and I think this will help like fixing a lot of like of the little like micro issues.